My name is Swarup MS. To elaborate, it's Myalil Puttan Puriyal Sukumaran Swarup. So it was so big that I gave my name as Swarup Myalil for the Designquest. Okay. To talk about my background, I'm a civil engineer by graduation from Anna University. Then I worked as a software engineer for 2 years with Infosys. Then 2009, I joined furniture interior design discipline, post-graduation at NID. I've recently finished post-graduation. Okay, I'm going to discuss about my work at NID and my learnings and my experiences through my work and the wide variety of people whom I have met during this journey of 3 years at NID. Okay, to start with, I'm going to talk about this Pigeon Path project. Pigeon Path is actually a walkway which is there at NID, which connects the institutional area and the hostel area. And this is full of lush greenery, and there are a lot of trees in the Pigeon Path. I'm going to explain the project through a small storyboarding, which is done by one of my junior from animation department. So you can see the lush greenery over there. Students, after their work, they go back to the hostels. And the bird's eye view, you can see the students walking on the Pigeon's Path and splash, and you can, there's a bird dropping, falling on people who are passing through this Pigeon Path. And literally what happens is during the time of around 6 to 8 p.m., if you walk through the Pigeon Path, we have to literally run through the Pigeon Path to get escape from the bird droppings. So something happens, and the birds are wondering what is happening, and they're like all struck, and they are seeing all these shield kind of things walking by the Pigeon Path. So here comes Bulwark, protection against annoyance. It was a very fun project which I did with one of my friend from textile design, Charu. And this is Rosie Pastor, and you can see the trees which is full of birds. And this is how they do the bird droppings, and literally everywhere there are bird droppings. So I designed a small umbrella kind of a thing, which is made out of this bamboo structure which is crossed. And there are 4 pockets on 4 corners of the umbrella fabric. And you can just slide them into that, and it makes a small umbrella sort of thing. And I've done some branding on that, like how to use it, and from point A to point B. And it was launched, and 10 of them were made, and 5 of them were installed on each ends of Pigeon Path. And people moving from point A to B, they can just pick it up, walk, and drop at point B, and vice versa. So it was launched, and everybody appreciated it. It was kind of a very fun project, and which ended up in a really good positive note, and it was very inspiring. And the next project is Cheesecake, which I did with Khushbu. She's also here as a participant. And it was again an interdisciplinary project. And this project, the initiative started like over a break or a talk over the chai. And she was having an origami course. And it was a time when I finished my courses and I was waiting for my diploma project. And so she told me, let's start with this project, and I want to develop a furniture. So we teamed up together, and basically, it is inspired from origami firework, and these were some of the mechanism models for mechanism study which we made, 3D renderings. She has explained, so I'm just running through this project, some construction drawings, and finally the product shoot happened, and we were able to make. One of the main problems which we faced in this project was the funding, because this was not part of our course and nobody was ready to fund us. So we moved around NID talking to departments that we need to make this project. And eventually, the coordinator of furniture department, he was so kind enough, Ramakrishna Rao, he funded this project, and we could actually make this happen. So again, it was selected for the Delude magazine online competition as the winner for the Design for Changing World. And hard work paid off, and then they have made this prototype at Greece. So a company called Living Divani, they have actually prototyped it. And currently, we are in discussion with this company for mass production of this prototype of this furniture and retailing it. So nothing has yet finalized, but we are just having the talks. And again, my final diploma project was to develop a range of municipal school furniture. The brief is to develop school furniture for AMC, Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation schools, which will be manufactured at the prison industry. The Sabarmati Central Prison has got a unit called which develops for furnitures. So actually they are the manufacturers, the end users are the primary classes, and National Institute of Design, we did the design intervention. So overall overview of the prison industry, they have a lot of units which is connected to the prison industry. The bakery unit, and they have the weaving unit and sieving units and the printing units. And furniture workshop is one of the units in the prison industry. So here you can see the inmates who are working on the furniture. That is their workshop. So this is the existing range of furnitures they have, which is very crude. They lack form, and they don't really have considered the ergonomics and the sitting posture and things like that. So this is where we try to intervene and develop a new range of school furniture. So this is the study area, the municipal schools, where class 1 to 5 students sit on the floor, and 7 and 8, they have the best bench desk combination. So one of the major, a couple of problems were there in this project. Like as usual, every project, we can't say it smoothly runs. So this is one letter which I almost struggled for 1 month to get cleared, because this is a permission letter from the education department, the school board of AMC, to conduct the research. So that was one of the problems which I faced. And again, there is no anthropometric data for child ergonomics for Indian standards. So I made this ergonomic model which with of nylon, so that I went to the schools and I actually tested. I tried different permutation combination of all these shoes of different heights, and I derived at the most suitable height for a particular age group of seat height and also the table height. And we developed this small floor seating furniture, which is very simple, made out of MS and teak wood. And again, this is stackable. And then we made a bench desk combination. The design concept for this was, it's called open hip angle seating, in which the seat height and the table height is raised by 2 inches, so that this will facilitate 2 different postures. One is while writing, you take up a sit-stand posture, and while listening to classes or lectures, you come back and take the backrest. So this is supposed to be the best and neutral sitting posture, where you have a comfortable seating and you have a proper blood circulation, and for a long time seating, it's supposed to be the best. And you can see a curve in the front of the chair. So again, one of the thing about key feature of this particular bench is that we've used square section of MS and rectangular section, so it's easy to match and weld, just cutting and welding. So considering the fact that it will be made by the prison industry, and they don't have the high-tech machineries. So one of the restriction for my project was to make it as simple as possible, so that the inmates of the prison industry could make it. So I've used only basic square and rectangle section, and the form-wise, everything is kept as minimal and as simple as possible. So again, the authorities from the department, they came, they checked, they liked, and the current status is that they've taken the prototype to the prison workshop, and they're trying to make that there, and they'll work it out, the costing, and they'll have a meeting with the Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation mayor, and I hope it'll come to the AMC Municipal Schools very soon. And again, one other project is, everybody will be knowing about this game. It's called the Tangram, which all of us might have played. So it's a furniture which is inspired from Tangram. I've taken that Tangram from 2D to a 3D level, where this is like the whole package will come like this, like all the 7 units assembled in this form, and you have a small fixture. So you can, this is the joinery detail and a small nut and bolt kind of a setup, and you can mix and match different forms, and you can develop your own furniture. So this is basically to make the furniture more interactive. So these are the different forms which we could come up with, the form variations which you can try with the same furniture, so that the children can play with that. Depending upon their mood, they can mix and match and get different forms. And these are the assortment of all the other works which I did in NID. I made this 5.5 feet tall diya, which is completely turned out of lathe, made out of wood. So it is like 4 components, which is joined by tongue and groove joint. We made wooden jewelries with teak wood and rosewood, and we sold it for the college festival called RGB. So it was done by with 2 of my friends. It was really fun. We were like making it over the night. We just had 3 days. We made as many jewelries as possible, and we sold it. It was really like a small business initiative, and some branding and some installation for a cultural. And this is the balcony furniture. It's like a simple hook and a board attached, and you can just hook it up to the railing of the balcony, and you can just work on your laptop or do something. It's like a very jugaad furniture for your home. Just like you can chill out in the balcony and work on your laptop. And that is a lamp using Korean as a material, Korean and wood combination. we had a workshop at NID in which we had to work with the material Korean. So that's it. Thank you.